that water splash. Drip, drip, oop, splash. Hey, slippery. Excuse me, please me. I'm up. Oh, believe me, believe me. 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
That Harlow reminds me of my old dentist, and not in a good way.
Okay. So it's been a minute since I played this. What was I doing? Been a minute since I played this game.
Anders can be a creep, but he'll fit in fine. Don't worry. What's up? Sure. All right.
So what if all those MSI suits needed on Monarch this whole time? I could do it. Easy.
Okay. Oh, it's a suit. Still need 10 more.
I'm going.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? The Halcyon Parcel Service's work is never done. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. We do, in fact, have a parcel here for a Mr. Clark, Minister. You're not an official member of the Halcyon Parcel Service team. That means you'll have to sign a release form. Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form. For my request of a release form. then you'd have to make an appointment.
How long does that usually take?
Couldn't say. We've got a backlog, and I'm planning on retiring in the next 35 years, but I could give my successor a memo on your behalf.
You're kidding me.
You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. Actually, no. We're still waiting on our delivery of a new suggestion box.
What's your name?
Why do you need to know?
I think Mr. Clark, Minister, deserves to know the name of the worker who disappointed him.
You know, that is an absolutely sound and sensible line of reasoning, and I see your point clear as day. Here's your parcel to be delivered to Mr. Clark, Minister. Law speed.
Thanks. Goodbye. That's all you have to do from the first point. You ain't got me out here threatening hoes. Should've just gave me the damn box when I asked for it. Mm. 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 Damn, just found out one of my homies gonna have to have lung transplant. Jesus. Trying to figure out what happened to him.
I love Byzantium.
What's done in the block, Mike?
You must be joking.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Delivery for the minister.
Yeah? Let's see it.
I got this parcel right here.
Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
Thanks for your time. Stupid bitch. Slices, dices, cauterize. Plasma cutter. So I said, why can't I move? Okay.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
Cut the crap. I'm here for...
Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I don't know if our chemicals are here, but this guy is definitely not.
That be all then.
I didn't come all this way to play games, Clark. It's your name on the receipts.
Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way.
You mean Chairman Rockwell's locked you up here?
You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
Then I'll have to deal with him.
Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
Just tell me how to get there.
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons.
Once I get into the Acropolis district, then what? What then?
When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
Then I'll be on my way.
Wait. Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
Why are you trusting me to help you?
Why, indeed. I know so little about you, much less your motivations. But I'm afraid I don't have many options, confined as I am. Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into Rockwell, I can
You can
only
count
hope
on me,
you're also
Minister
looking
Clark.
out for- Good. Halcyon is in dire need of someone like you.
Look who's
Can we talk?
here. How?
Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been
Oh.
meaning to do.
My
I
bad.
haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right?
It's Friday.
Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit, given the dangerous life I lead.
Nigga, you
Gotta
been
be worried sick.
nigga, you been waiting on Fridays all week. You gonna come in here and shoot me in the head? This nigga shoot me in the head like John Travolta did. Should I feel that? Funny, you don't strike me as the type who keeps in touch.
Which brings us to where we are today, several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise.
Really? I would never, no. And now you want to catch up with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Proud of you, Ellie. Of course you should reconnect with them.
Reconnect is a strong word. And, I was thinking you'd come too.
Okay, we'll go.
Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one.
What?
Oh, and help yourself to the good snacks and put your feet on the coffee table. Mother hates that.
I get the idea, Ellie.
Just know that I've got plenty more suggestions if you need them. Anything else? Something about this Harlow guy isn't on the up and up. Glad it's not just me. The way Harlow is leaning on his revolutionary bona fides, not to mention
These niggas are televising
back in the day, something about it feels off.
the Cavaliers, in other words, but the Wizards tonight. Cavaliers and Wizards come on at 7 tonight on ESPN. Who the fuck want to watch that?
Niggas, man.
I'm watching that bullshit. I want to watch college. Shit, I mean, they could have put y'all on. Y'all going against the damn Pacers, Burns. Shit. Oh.
Good. That makes 2 of us.
Alright.
Mm. Oh, God.
Let's see what.
Yo, that is priceless, nigga. Oh my God. I gotta steal this picture, nigga. That is hilarious. Oh my God.
This nigga Burns ain't shit.
Oh my God, that is hilarious, nigga. Oh shit.
That's a good one.
Oh my God.
That nigga sent me right now. I'm dead.
Oh shit.
There's my parents' place.
Oh God. Did you at least get paid today? That's good.
Marilyn, is that you?
Loss. We certainly
You need to do
didn't
is get a
expect to see you
job.
like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all
man, that's just
surprises
temporary.
today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
I'm hungry as hell.
There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Get the damn sandwiches.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful
Yeah, you
lowlifes.
talk to your ass, nigga.
Marilyn, this really isn't
Huh?
the best time. Perhaps you should go.
What happened?
You tell him. We'll stay as
Look
long
at
as we like.
ass.
And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. Right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we haven't
Just
heard
slap the
from
fuck
you
out
in
of
ages.
her.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
And then the pudding cake is the best, though. That sounds like really slaps.
What did you do?
Why, we did what any grieving parents would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
I'm gonna go to the probably my payday.
Well,
I'm gonna take my
now
ass to
that
the
I'm
damn
here, I guess you'll just
burrito
have to
joint I know.
report back that I'm very much
On Louisville.
alive and kicking.
It's not
Yeah,
that...
they got some good ass food.
For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Did that, I'll go to the
That's
Mexican
the other
restaurant. It won't
problem.
matter to me. Get a steak
We
and
had to explain
cheese.
your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become
Oh my god,
a
that sounds amazing.
miscreant, could we?
Hello? Where you been?
Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Not until I get some answers. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind. She hasn't changed a bit, I see.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
I don't know about you, Ellie, but I'm ready to cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
I have a sinister plan. Ah ha ha.
What in the void did you do?
Killed your parents.
I didn't like how things went down either, but did you have to go and kill them?
By now, you should know how I handle things my way.
That wasn't a problem before it meant killing my folks in their own home. You're on your own now. Consider my debt to you forgotten and canceled.
That's it?
It sure better be. Now go!
Damn. Yes. Safe.
Let's talk outside.
Well, you missed it. One of my female friends came over and was like, I was gonna come over and cook for you, but I was already at Subway, so I got you this Philly cheesesteak. I'm like, all you know how to cook is pussy and chicken Alfredo. And I guess James and fucking Dre heard me.
Smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold.
That shit was so funny to me.
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug? Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, you had us worried sick. Her eyes would be red and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
You're really hurt, aren't you?
I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house.
This nigga don't eat beans.
It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. I'd love to know how you describe getting kneecapped. But I want to talk about me now. Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad. And I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money? I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. As long as I don't develop a taste for Woolgonzola and bad legal dramas, that's fine by me. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your P to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves. Something on your mind? It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are overpriced. Interesting like a colonoscopy. I trained as a surgeon.
What is interesting about a
Folks I did with
colonoscopy?
mine, but I made the best of it.
Hello. Oh no, I'm playing Outer Worlds, and I said something interesting in the dialogue, and she said interesting as a colonoscopy, like. What is interesting about a colonoscopy? What's in your colon?
Yeah, well, we all learn sometime, don't we? I finally got tired of spending my hard-won skills straightening noses and firming up chins. Turns out Byzantines are more concerned with having square shoulders and a good profile than, well, anything else. The real question is, why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them. Call it what you want, it sucks. I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first. That's no way to live. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony. Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do, don't show your teeth when you smile. What, like primals? Nah. People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly. That's what I've been saying. I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy. Then we'd better hope he doesn't blow himself up while we're gone. Or if he does, that he has a killer insurance policy. In either case, you should know Wells isn't the only game in town. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway. Don't think of it as being a lackey. Think of it as doing a job and getting paid really, really well. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here's going to. Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else?
You grew up in Byzantium, right?
Don't rub it in.
Oh, don't get all prickly. I just haven't met someone who left the high life on purpose.
I'm from there, but I'm not really from there, if you follow.
Does nothing in this city work anymore? Hey, stop!
Any luck finding my sprats? Please, don't give up yet.
You said what?
The dissidents actually... I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Down there, the new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
But what would they be doing here? And how did they ever get permission to land?
Hello?
What was it like being one of them top runners?
Hey. Hey, my parents and their gold-shitting friends are top runners, not me.
It wouldn't shock me if those fluffed.
Hmm? Hey. What that mouth do? Talk shit. I'm so anxious to pop a nigga in his head. That nigga said, I don't know if that's part of the song. I'm just gonna intervene, but go ahead, King. Pussy and chicken Alfredo. Y'all can hold that. Toy Story 3 was good enough. All Toy Story 4 is a cash cow. It's alright. I like the third one because, like, that like, look, man, growing up, I got introduced to this movie when I was a kid. And then Andy going to college. It was really around the time I was going to go to college. Well, I thought about going. And then I was supposed to go to a college in Texas. I was supposed to go to the Art Institute. Could have had a full ride.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon.
Get out.
Disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you
that nigga said bold and bright.
Criminal activity, or illness of mind. So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one. You can't, of course. Only Miss Benham can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room. that contains data on all our policies. And you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud. Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity. Plenty.
Nah.
As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy.
Nah.
We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Who gets their eyebrows insured?
What?
Usually character actors or corporate execs with menacing stares.
I'm in this part in the game where I'm talking to an insurance agent, and they was talking about you can get your eyebrows insured, and it's like, who gets their eyebrows insured?
That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate
Dre.
clientele.
Done.
In the unlikely event they make a
Dre.
claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they
Go
need some kind of
ahead.
protection against the damage to their sales.
You see that? You see that hole in the wall? That door? Leave. Leave this land.
And never turn back.
This nigga said, "Get your the same way to get that wheeze insured." I'm sick.
Those are mostly for top runners in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss. One thing's for sure, you won't find better policy. Can we talk?
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Come on, I thought we were celebrating. You want me to think about the future? Talk like someone likes this. Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe paid into the right pocket. What's the point of planning for anything around here? Hate to say it, but Halcyon's already there.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee.
Better put your hands up. You better get jumped by the Crips.
Could have fooled me with all your tough talk. What's gotten into you? Are you sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you.
Yo. Yeah. Yes, sir. How you gonna get dressed?
You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests.
I'm gonna tell y'all something in a minute. From my friend.
Nothing personal.
I don't know if she got jokes or what.
Anyway, enough.
I was gonna get her her last, because I was asking her one more question. Like, really? Hold on, who laughed at the pit? Oh, she did. She laughed at that. About what? No, I don't. You gotta get her input with something because I just asked.
You trying to get her cheek print?